Chills. Chills. It is loud in here right now. And we have an epic game 2 coming up for you, but first we're going to take a look back at game 1. A little best of. D talked about Aaliyah Boston balling out. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of that.
Hey, let's get it now that we're comfy. Salud.
That girl, I don't know what you taking, but send me some. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to me.
Your jersey retirement.
Yeah. How special was that?
Yeah, it was a magical night for me. It felt like winning the championship all over again.
So are you going to declare for the
absolutely.
WNBA draft tonight or what?
That's funny.
I mean, what more can you do at Iowa? What more can you do? Or who would win in a three-point contest? Or you could have just literally been an all-star. Forget six man of the year. Like, what's next for you? Like, what's the next steps you want to make?
Yeah, I burned that trophy. I mean, do you know me? I'm a competitor. I'm trying to take people's heads right now.
Oh, you starting to get saucy. You starting to get spicy.
When she said, I like to look rich, I was like, that is the most honest stuff I've ever seen.
I like
the
to look
Balenciaga
rich.
pants.
Oh yeah.
Not needed.
I'm glad you said it.
You're the only one who can.
You're the only one who can do it.
We love you, man. We thank you. Can we get a anything is possible before you go? Anything is possible?
Anything is possible!
I'm never dancing again. What was this? What was this?
That was nice. I like
What was I
that.
doing there?
You taking it back.
Rolling with the homies.
I like that.
Oh, Lord. We do have another great show planned for you. That was the best of for our guests in game 1.
Take 2.
Take 2.
Let's get after it.
That's a pretty good list. I don't know. I thought list 1 was good.
Wow, look at that list.
Steph Curry, Bill Walton,
Bill Walton.
the homie Stewie,
Come
the
on
homie
now.
NECA,
Come on now.
and then my personal fave, Adia Barnes, and my other personal fave, Jennifer Azzi.
Tell them about it, Sue.
Shout out, Jen. See it, be it. That's my see it. What's your see it, be it? Oh, we'll come back with that. Do you have a see it, be it?
Yeah, she went to Stanford too.
Oh, well, we're gonna touch on that later. Everyone's gonna have to stay tuned for that. And we're back. I thought that was over and back.
It's time.
We're back, and I thought that was an over and back.
It's time. It's time. Heavyweights on the ticket right now. Oh.
You know what's interesting? It's like we talked about when Asia and Angel were here. It's a good start. We talked about when Angel and Asia were here. It's like they helped start programs. Those programs are clearly on the map.
Yeah.
But like fairly new on the map. And then you just said it, heavy hitters. These story programs that have been winning championships for 20 plus years. So it's kind of the juxtaposition of that is kind of interesting.
Absolutely. And growing up on the West Coast, I mean, Stanford
Yeah, so tell
was
us.
the golden standard. Like, everyone wanted to go to Stanford. Like, that was just the team. That was the team that I fell in love with. You know, the Jamila Weidman, the Kate Starbird, Vanessa Nygaard. Hello, head coach. What's going on? You know, the Cardinal blood is strong. That was a team that I loved to watch play. And, you know, I always had a dream of playing there, and it just
Do you want to share what happened?
Maybe later. Maybe later when
later.
NECA comes, yeah.
Okay, we'll wait.
Yeah,
We'll wait.
for sure. I think we're going to see a little bit more offense in this game. What do you think?
I mean, that's the hope. Obviously, sometimes teams need to settle in, settle down. Haley Jones fascinates me. Like, with her size and the way she's just comfortable bringing the ball up, it's like, is she going to be the next point forward? You were the OG point forward.
Yeah, I think she is. She just dominates the game without shooting the basket, which is hard to do, obviously.
Yeah, no, very hard.
Alyssa Thomas is probably the best in our league right now at doing it. And if she can do that tonight and put the pressure on our post players, I mean, that just changes the dynamic of their guard play.
Yeah, speaking of players who have changed the game, our first guest is on deck. There he is. Steph Curry in the house. Thank you so much for joining us. Where are you right now?
What's up, Sue? What's up, Diana? I'm actually in Oakland. I'm doing a tournament for the 3-star recruits. I don't think y'all were 3-star recruits coming out of high school. I was. So we're doing we're doing a it's called the Underrated Tour, so we're doing a tour stop. So I stepped off to obviously start watching the game and to hang out with y'all for a little bit.
So you got some skin in the game tonight, huh?
Just a little bit. I'm a little conflicted, as y'all probably know. So Cameron Brink right there, my god sister, noticed her whole life and seen her evolution as a basketball player. So I got some Stanford in the family, some Cardinal in the family, and then obviously on the Uconn side, I'm a huge AZ Fudd fan. So I'm a little conflicted. Obviously, it's family over everything. So sorry, Diana, gotta go for the Cardinals, but it's a win-win kind of, I guess.
That makes sense. When you watch Cameron, what are some things that you would tell her that she needs to add to her game or change about her game as she moves forward in her college career, but then obviously gets into the pros?
Well, as she does a little right shoulder fadeaway, it's kind of crazy just to see her, like her toughness and her tenacity. Obviously, she's tall. She can see the floor. She's an unbelievable defender. So she's got that part of the game on lock. But it's I think the evolution for her is to try to get out to the perimeter a little bit, expand her range as a shooter, because she's got that skill set. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get that confidence on the next level, and then stay out of foul trouble. Like me and her had that problem in college. That's the hardest thing. I wish they changed the rule from 5 fouls to 6, because I was always maybe 6 minutes in the game. I was always walking to the bench with 2 fouls. So I feel her pain.
I mean, she has that ability to change the game. I mean, she's got that Dirk Nowitzki body, and like you said, if she could extend her range, I mean, how do you guard a kid like that? And what she does defensively.
We're about to see right here. So it's kind of I like the fact that she's looking for that, because obviously with the matchups that she has, she can use that to her advantage and make scoring a little bit easier if she can kind of walk into some threes, some 18-footers, and expand the range where she would be almost impossible to guard.
I agree. Speaking of range, I'm sure you've been asked this question a billion times, but we're going to bring up breaking the record. I was actually in the building. I was at MSG when you broke the record, so congratulations. It was amazing to watch.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
The amazing part was I was on the suite level, and every time he touched the ball, all you saw was people bringing up. Me too. Phones up. Like every time you touch the ball, and then you'd pass it, phones would go down. And then the phone would go up. And then the phone would go down. So we were talking before, this is kind of unique because all 3 of us, D with the scoring record, you with the 3-pointers, myself with assists, we've all been there where it's kind of like the hype, all the pressure, it leads up to it. So share with us what it felt like to break it and kind of getting that off your back.
Seeing the last shot go in was kind of the ultimate weight off my shoulder, because it was kind of a matter of time, and it was the longest week of my life, because I shot like 15 threes like the 5 games before trying to get to the record, because I felt that anxiousness every time I touched the ball. So I wanted to. It wasn't for a lack of shots that it took so long, but when I got to New York, like there was just a different energy in the building. Like you said, every time from the jump ball to there was 7 minutes in the game, like every time I touched the ball, every time I came across half court, I just saw everybody stand up. And it was to see like a road crowd appreciate a moment like that. If I wasn't going to do it at home, doing it at Madison Square Garden was definitely second best.
Oh no, that was amazing. It was like, who knows, 5, 6, 7 minutes of just love.
And to have Reggie and Ray there too.
Yeah.
Which, they were the OGs of the 3-point shooting. Like, they're the ones who kind of brought it to the game and made it normal to shoot a lot of threes. I mean, who didn't love watching Ray and Reggie? Like, they made it normal for us to play the way we play now. Like, they introduced that. And with the records, you're like, can this just get over with now? Can we just get this over with already? Like, and start playing normal basketball again? That was my first, let's get this over with.
The funniest part to me is after I broke the record, we had like the 10-minute timeout where they started playing the music and the whole deal.
Steph, I don't mean to cut you off. We're going to break. We'll be right back.
The Bird and Taurasi Show is presented by AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, and secure.
Welcome back to BTS. We're up here chopping it up. That's a Mark Jones. Shout out Mark Jones. Chopping it up with Steph Curry, watching our Uconn Huskies take on apparently his Stanford Cardinal. And so far it's 4-2. So it's a little bit of a bar.
They're not breaking any records tonight.
No records
is
are
what
being
we're
broken
saying.
tonight.
Steph, how you feeling, man? How you feeling?
I said.
How you feeling, Steph? How you feeling? How you feeling, my man?
I'm feeling great. 4-2 is
good.
It got some nerves going on right now. Somebody needs to shoot more threes. Just shoot more threes the whole game. Why not?
I like that mentality.
So when did you meet AZ?
So AZ was one of the AZ and Cam were one of the first two to come to my Under Armour All-America camp out in the Bay. So they got to lace it up with the top high school guys that came out, and they kind of set they trail or blazed their own trail in terms of us being able to invite the top high school girls and boys to my tournament out here. So to start with AZ and Cam and I see them both in a Final Four game is kind of wild. I don't know what that means. It's dope for them, or it just means I'm getting old. One of the two. Both.
And was that a
Both things are true.
Yeah. And was that a 2-star camp?
They ain't no 2 stars. I was trying to level up with them.
How quickly we get off the 2 stars, huh?
Yeah.
Quick.
So you gave a little scout report on Cam. Why don't you hook us up with one on AZ? What do you see in her game?
Well, at that camp, she was by far the best shooter in the camp. So if I was to ever teach like the solid mechanics, kind of like Klay Thompson, there's just something just consistent with her release, her balance, her footwork, getting into her shots. And she's a killer. Like, you've seen her in high school, but even her stepping up at the free throw line in the Elite 8 game and knocking down those 2 free throws, like, she's ready for those type of moments, and she doesn't really feel pressure. So we'll see how she performs in the Final Four and the rest of her career. But she is a sharpshooter, to say the least. Yeah.
On cue.
Hey,
I know, right? That's what we call good TV.
Right there.
And she never changes her demeanor.
No.
Like, she's just stone cold.
Yeah.
Make 2 in a row, 3 in a row. She just doesn't change her demeanor, which I love.
That's so true. You never
is
know
the
how many points she
complete
got by
opposite
looking
of
at her
us.
face. Yeah. Oh, we all like 3 very demonstrative, very self-expressive on the court.
Yeah.
We shall let you know.
We have our moments. We have our moments. No mouth guard chewing, but we have our moments.
That's true. Yes, that's good because you can't throw it at the
is
refs, so you save yourself.
So you've watched Stanford, obviously, all year. When do you think there's, like, tonight? What do you think is going to bring them success?
I mean, the experiences of last year, like, they got pretty much the same team coming back, and they went through the ringer last year to get to the top of the mountain. So, I mean, that championship confidence is tough to beat, especially when you get back to that stage. And so we'll see how, obviously, they get off to a good start in this game and see what happens. But, that confidence, it just oozes out of you, and everybody knows they got to play that A++ game to beat the champ. So we'll see how it goes.
I mean, you have it even when you lose. You're like, so?
Next game, who next?
It's true.
By what?
Yeah. So how many games you have left in your season? We saw that you're out for the rest of the regular season. So, of course, we hope you're doing all right and you're able to come back for playoffs. But how many games do you guys have left?
See, when you're injured and you're in rehab, I'm like, we got 5 or 6. I don't even know. We got 5 games left, I think. And then playoffs start probably April 16th, 17th. So that's my goal, to get back for game 1 of playoffs. Like, injuries suck. Timing is always hopefully on your side in terms of getting back to as close to 100% as possible, which is my goal. So the boys will hold it down into the regular season, and then, like I said, that championship pedigree, we still got that. So I just want to get in the playoff series and show who we are, bring our championship DNA back, and be playing in the brightest of lights. It's been 2 years since we've been in the playoffs, so we miss it, and it's about that time.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been on teams that didn't make the playoffs.
AZ is a killer. I got to shoot like AZ right there. It's just so consistent.
I mean, if you're gonna
every
turn
shot,
it over,
no matter if it's.
Yeah, she gets those feet set and she's money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's that type of player that when you see her, when the ball's she's about to shoot it, you're like, in. She just has that
start running
kind
back
of.
on defense.
Yeah, you already know.
The box out.
You assume.
Yeah.
It's a surprise when they miss. I think Avina Westbrook is a big key for Connecticut tonight. They're down a post player. She can be that. I think she's in at the 4 right now. She can be that stretch 4 to change it up.
Draymond Green with the M1.
By the way,
that's exactly what she played like.
She should model her game after Draymond.
A lot of people should model their game after Draymond.
A lot of people should model their game. I totally agree. I would love to have Draymond.
And then there's a lot of things. Draymond does that you shouldn't do as well.
Just stick to the basketball court. She's got such good feel and like court vision. Obviously, her size as a playmaker. She can shoot it too if she wants to, which is obviously another threat. But that's a good comparison. I like that one.
No, I was thinking that earlier when we were talking.
Yeah, she's Dre all the way. Oh.
Stretch 4.
So what's
we're on a weird delay here. Go ahead, sorry.
In terms of like Uconn, in terms of Paige and AZ, like, do y'all see any similarities in terms of how these girls play versus when y'all were there?
Ooh,
in the REM system?
Well, it's like, when you probably watch, your old college team, I feel like I could play tonight and know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, because, certain systems just stay the same all the time. Like, the shots Paige makes, the shots AZ, like, those are the shots that we made in the system and that same offense. But on the flip side is I always watch these games, and I'm sure you do when you watch the men's. I'm like, are they going to be good in the WNBA?
Yeah.
Are they going to be good in the NBA? That's like my first reaction to all these games now.
That's exactly how I assess.
That's the only lens I look through now, which I guess might be a little unfair.
Nah, you trying to put that championship team together, and you trying to always stay competitive and feel like who's next, and like almost identify yourself in some of these talented girls because they can hoop. Oh, nice footwork.
I feel like that's a lot harder in the men's game because they're just so young.
Yeah,
like,
they
you
come
don't know
in
if this
so
18-year-old kid's going to be good. Like, in the women's game, you stay until you're 21, 22. You're kind of sure of what you're going to get.
Right. Yeah, they're developed already. I know. It's a crapshoot.
Oh, get that thing out of here.
Oh. Stretch 4. Let's see what Paige has got at the end. We're on a delay, so we know if it went in or not before it actually goes in. Steph. We'll be back, but thank you so much.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.
So far, good luck.
I'm the latest hashtag challenge, and everyone on social media is trying me. But if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, you could be left to pay for all of this yourself. So get Allstate.
Welcome back to BTS. It's rolling off the tongue now. Thank you to Steph Curry. We couldn't really hear you at the end. I don't know if you're still watching, but thank you for coming on. It was awesome to chat with him.
I mean, what a legend, huh?
I know.
And
still
talk about
playing.
Changing the game. Like, every little kid does what Steph does.
It's so true.
Every 40-year-old player does what Steph does.
Trying to do it
just everyone does it. Everyone.
Yeah.
Just everyone trying to be Steph. Pretty amazing what he's done.
He's so fun to watch. But we have a great game here. 12 to 9. We're going to have a great guest joining us in a couple minutes. So far, do you see anything? I mean, when we're chatting, it's hard to watch, but.
Well, I mean, you know, Connecticut defensively is always going to make it hard. Everyone always talks about their offense and how good they are. Defensively, they always make it hard for you. And, AZ knocking down shots. I mean, think about it. She's coming to her own. She's only a freshman and taking these big shots in these big moments. It just shows you how much confidence Coach has in these kids. And he doesn't usually like freshmen, as we know.
Oh, we know. We know all too well. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, maybe it's good I got hurt my freshman year.
And then on the flip side, if you're Stanford, you're like, well, we can't play any worse, and we're down 3. So things are looking up.
That's true.
And Tara seems to be very positive in these huddles, so it's not like they're getting down on each other. They're just going to let the system work itself out and then get back on track.
Yeah, one thing that I think is really impressive about AZ's season is that she started off being injured. Right. Played a couple games, wasn't feeling good, obviously. I think it was stress fractures, maybe. Had to sit out. And you know how that is mid-season. It's tough. I mean, Steph even talked about it. It's like when you're rehabbing, when you're not part of the team,
you're literally off the team.
Yeah, you don't know how many games are left. Like we've all experienced that. It's tough.
And it's all these little moments that you miss, that the team is building chemistry.
It's like not knowing the inside jokes.
Yeah, like you walk into the locker room and you're like, I'm gonna go do ankle pumps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and they're just having a great time of what happened in the game, and you're just not involved. But AZ's done a great job of coming back, and and I kind of like coming out of timeout, run something for her. I like that. Like, those are the type of things that you need to do when your player's, hot or even to get them going.
Yeah, Coach Ariana in Connecticut, I've never seen them run this much horns.
No.
These many horn sets. Horns is when there's 2 screeners, 1 at each elbow. You kind of have options. They have like a whole series apparently. I'm like, where was this?
Yeah, and these plays like that backdoor, that's Stanford's bread and butter.
Oh, yeah.
And if they can't get some of these plays connected, they're gonna have a long night scoring too. And I mean, I think that's just been the story of both games, right? What team can just be a little bit better offensively?
Battle of styles.
Ooh, and Connecticut's gone a little bit smaller with Westbrook at the 4. I like that.
I like that a lot.
This is probably my favorite lineup that they have.
And it's the one they're going to have to use if she doesn't get if Aaliyah and Olivia don't get in foul trouble. That's tough. If they get in foul trouble, because then Cameron, you bring in Ruthie.
Did you watch Lexi in that game the other night?
Yeah.
Boy, she was hot. And we played against them with the national team a couple years ago. And we were like, who are these 2 twins?
So they're from Washington.
Are they?
So I actually knew them already.
Did you know them? Or I thought they were from Canada.
No, they're from Washington.
I mean,
they're from like the Spokane area.
Okay.
I think.
And I like that. Lexi's being aggressive. She's got to get downhill a little bit.
She's also like borderline genius.
Is she really?
Yeah. I don't know. I forget what award it was she won for having like a 3.999999 GPA. Are you familiar with that system?
The 0.9 I am. True story. Facts.
That's facts.
That's facts.
Oh, those were the days.
Oh man,
Remember
that old computer with the like green text on it?
Just dated ourselves.
Just horrible.
I think my school email was like SueBB1995277 at uconn.edu.
Tell them
30 dots.
Yeah.
Oh, trash.
I like what UConn's doing too. They're playing a little bit faster tonight. Like, that was a quick shot by Westbrook, but sometimes you need those possessions just to get the game going.
Yeah, or else it's a slog. Or else it's an absolute slog.
What's going on, Coach?
Still pressing.
You're
only like 7 deep. 22.
22,
You're going to see a lot of this.
22.
That's when he puts it up.
Tell him.
Oh, where's the camera? There we go.
22.
God, he definitely still, yeah.
Coach plays a lot of defense these days.
Yeah, he does. He's guarding that sideline hard. She's tough.
I mean, I've watched her play more. Doesn't she remind you of Marsha Stepanova a little bit? An old, great. Just how nimble she is on her feet, change directions.
I see it.
This is the kid, Haley Jones, right here. See, she makes these little possessions right there.
Yeah. I do agree with Steph. It's like because she clearly, it's like last game, she comes out, hits a bunch of threes. That's not on the Sky Report. Why not? Right? Like, she can add that to her game.
Right.
She has a long career ahead of her where she can continue to get better and better from the outside, and then she'll see how everything just opens up for her.
I mean, this is a big girl move right here.
Yeah,
it
is.
Olivia's what?
Speaking of
6'6". Like,
speaking of big girls, we got a big guy coming in. Everybody, please welcome Bill Walton to the stage. Welcome to the BTS
legend.
show.
Diana, Sue, have I crashed a Uconn party here? What is going on?
You sure have. We needed some balance.
I believe you did.
Well,
we needed some balance, so we brought you in.
Well, that's a big mistake. But what a good... So Steph Curry, who's like one of his all-time heroes and favorite players ever. I was there in Cleveland when he made the 50 points in the All-Star weekend at NBA 75.
Yeah.
50 points, 16 made that. So I immediately challenged Steph to go for 70 points on 23 made baskets. And I've yet to see that. Now, I understand that he's been hurt a lot since then, but Steph Curry, that guy is capable of anything and everything, including inspiration, which this game has yet to reach. Because it's been a struggle, it's been a slog right now, and the challenge for Stanford is to be able to break through on that, and to be able to find that hot hand, to be able to find that person who can take it right to Uconn's great defense and be the offensive fire that is going to be required for Stanford to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Because
talking
you
about
don't come
Stanford,
into
so
a
we'll
game
stay
like
on that topic.
You don't think you're not going to win a game like this by waiting for the other team to make a mistake. No, you've got to come in and you've got to be the greatest player. And when you got A.J. Flood and you got A.J. Becker, but you got that other little left-handed girl in the backcourt, and then you got all those big, powerful frontline players, and you got Gino on the coaching side for Uconn. I mean, that's the ultimate challenge. And coming into this game, I was looking for the kind of game that made men's college basketball what it is. And that was the 1968 game at the Astrodome when Houston and Elvin Hayes and Don Stanford and Guy Lewis and Ken Spain beat UCLA with Kareem and Lucius Allen, Mike Warren, Kenny Heights, Lynn Shackelford. And that game...
That was a great game.
Being in the platform of excellence that we're looking for in this game right now. So the challenge.
Yeah. So Bill, tell us about your relationship with Tara.
Oh,
we know you're a big Tara Vanderveer fan.
Well, I went to Stanford, and I had the time of my life at Stanford. And one of our 6 children went to Stanford, and he had the time of his life at Stanford. And so many of our greatest friends are from Stanford, and we go to Stanford.
I was trying to have the greatest time of my life at Stanford too, but
Diana
I got rejected.
wanted to go to Stanford.
I had Cardinal blood in me, but I didn't pass the test. Literally,
she didn't get in.
What do you mean? Wait a minute. Wait. Diana Taurasi, she did something she didn't want to do. I don't believe that. You're going to have to explain this to me. Come on, man. You're like.
Well, please explain.
So on day one of recruiting, I get a phone call from an unnamed coach, and she says, "You're just not Stanford material." And there went my Cardinal dream of being Jamila Wyman, Kate Starbird, Vanessa Nygaard, Kate Pay, Heather Owen down the drain. Never again would I step foot on the Stanford campus.
You should have called me out.
I thought you were, I thought you were a Bruin through and through.
As I always told our children when they were growing up, that when the coach would be doing something like really strange or really weird, and our children did have excellent coaches in there, but whenever they were having trouble with the coach, I would just tell them, "Hey, just have the coach call me," but they never did. And so
they never did.
I'm super lucky. I played for 6 coaches who were in the Basketball Hall of Fame, many more who would be if my legs had carried me to my dreams. And so I sure hope that Steph is able to overcome the injuries that he has right now. I hope that from Uconn who hurt her wrist the other night in that incredible game with North Carolina State. I mean, I'm watching this game and I just see this angel lying on the floor and screaming and crying, and so many of us have been there before. I spent half my life in the hospital fighting on orthopedic operations. But to see the way that these young women have been able to use this platform, the platform of ESPN, the platforms of the NCAA, to change the world. And it's just been fantastic, but I want more. I want Title IX to be expanded. I want Title IX to be strengthened. I was there at the very beginning of Title IX, and while it's a great concept and it's done a lot of good things, I want more. I want more opportunities. I want more empowerment. I want more self-esteem. I want more enabling. I want more the ability for these fantastic athletes, students, human beings to be able to go out there and use the platform, use their talent, use their skill to change the world and make it a better place. And what this is at the collegiate level, and what David Stern and everybody else should Kathy Behrens and and Val Ackerman and all the people who were there at the beginning of the WNBA and where I am here right now. I'm in New Orleans at the Final Four, and we're having the Hall of Fame dinner tonight, where they are, right as we speak now, they are introducing next year's class, this incoming class of the Hall of Fame. And I can't give you any of the information right now because they're going to have it on a television show with Jake Phillips on ESPN tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time from the Superdome. And I'm going to be there too to watch that and just love it because the Hall of Fame, I mean, that is a fantastic honor, incredible honor. And I was shocked to find that you two ladies are not in the Hall of Fame because you two ladies, you sort of define and personify and exhibit what it is to be in the Hall of Fame, and I just don't understand that. I'm going to have to go next door and ask Jerry Colangelo. Hey, Jerry.
It's because we're crazy. We're crazy and we're still playing.
We're delusional, Bill. You know what I'm talking about?
We're nuts. We're still playing, Bill.
We're still playing. We don't know what we're doing.
We're just crazy right now.
This is so much
playing.
easier than playing. I don't know what we're doing.
Well, I'm going to make an exception and allow you guys to come in when you're still playing because you're that good. But I'm concerned.
That would be kind of cool. Yeah.
I liked your comment that Stanford is not playing that well and still within 3 points. That's a good sign. But at some point, you have to have that one person. And I was sad to see Lexi Hull, one of my all-time favorite players. I'm sad to see her get their nose bloody. But she's not afraid of it. And one of the reasons what I love so much about Lexi Hull is that she's fearless. She's just a tigress who's always going for it. And she plays very much like Charles Barkley in that she is totally involved in every single play. I mean, she's fighting over screens. She's on the floor. She's grabbing rebounds. She's driving to the hoop, going to the free throw line, getting her nose bloody. And then while she's fighting and scrapping and tangling and then they finally call a foul on her, and then she'll just turn on the ref and say, "What are you talking about? That's not my foul."
Yeah.
And
There's nothing like the taste of blood, Bill.
Hold that thought, Bill. We're going to break, and we'll be right back with you.
Where are we going? I'm here. Oh, here's my dinner.
And if Avina Westbrook continues to hit these threes, Stanford better watch out, Bill.
I'm so happy for Westbrook.
Fans will be staying here for the AT&T 5G halftime report at the end of this quarter. We've got Tar-isms. Brianna Stewart is going to join us. Woo. But in the meantime, while we wrap this half up, we still got our guy Bill Walton with us. That was the most informative few minutes of my life, and I'm looking forward to more.
You know, I feel like that's how class would have been at Stanford, so I'm glad I didn't go. Bill, can you tell us your favorite Ann Myers Drysdale story? My just hero in life.
We love him.
He just told you in a minute.
But so when ESPN called and asked me to be on this show, they told me I was going to be on with Snoop Dogg. So I'm here now with Sue, and I got just a couple of questions. Where's Snoop Dogg? Is Larry Bird your great-grandfather? And what was that beach that you guys were on? And how come you let the guys speak first? I mean, it was like just seemingly unfair. But Ann Myers, her older brother, was on our team at UCLA. And he was absolutely incredible. He was very much like a Connie Hawkins type player. He's very long, much taller, much longer than Annie. And he was incredibly fierce and tenacious. And he was a great rebounder, scorer, defender. He could do everything. And he was on his way to a Hall of Fame career, but then his back went out, and he could no longer play to the level of his expectations. And so he just walked away from the game. And he went and he did his own work. He was a very spiritual guy. He comes from a great family, lots of children, not only biological children, but the Myers family in Southern California. They brought in people from the neighborhood whose maybe lives were not going so well, who didn't have the way to go, Haley Jones. Yeah, man, you're
there
awesome.
He is.
I love that
Bill's back on the bandwagon.
And so with people like with people like Dale Young, who's joining the Myers family, who's still a great family friend, and all the Myers family. When we were in college together in the early 70s, there was a core group, and Dave Myers and his mom and dad, and they were part of that group. Here was little Annie coming up, and this girl, this young lady, she was so good and so smart and so quick in the sense of anticipation. And then she had, because of her brother Dave and because of John Wooden at UCLA, Annie had this great relationship ultimately with John Wooden, but then also her husband, Don Drysdale, who was incredible and remarkable. And Annie has just gone onto this career that spans so many different things, and very close with my hero, Bill Russell. And I was at an event recently with Annie, and she was inducted into another Hall of Fame. And so I had to ask her at the end, how many Hall of Fame are you in there?
Annie's in all of them.
50, 20, 30. It was an incalculable, immeasurable moment there. And with Snoop Dogg on the horizon, and you young ladies just coming of age yourself, I could see you all in the Basketball Hall of Fame, in the Humanitarian Hall of Fame, in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and in the Entertainment, the Hollywood Hall of Fame, and all the different things that you're going to go on to as your lives will improve. Because that's one of the things that Ann Myers has done in terms of her ability to take Lexi out in the nose, man. How many times have you broken your nose? I broke my nose 14 times. I've never used one of those little nose pinchers. I need to get one more.
I've never seen a nose pincher either.
I've never seen a nose pincher
Stanford just ahead of the game. Look at that innovation at its finest.
Stanford's always ahead of the game, man.
Innovative Stanford, look at that.
President of the school, Bernard Muir. So sad that John Arriaga just passed away this year, but man, I had the time of my life when I was at Stanford. I just wasn't there long enough. I was in the graduate school there, and when I was there, I had an experimental pioneering surgery on my foot that had never worked before. And it worked on me, and I was able to go back to play a little bit. So when I dropped out, man,
it's not the only thing we were experimenting on.
So Ann Myers is absolutely spectacular. And, you know, she was almost going to play in the NBA.
Thank you so much, Bill. Bill, thank you so much for having us. Yeah, it's halftime. We appreciate you taking us through that second quarter.
I knocked Sue Bird's aunt, Dinah Bird, out. It was the last time I ever played against a woman in basketball. I knocked Dinah unconscious. It kind of ruined the day.
I have to look up my grade 8 Dinah. I've never met her.
Yeah.
There's a lot of birds out
so
there.
Larry and I were playing.
A lot of birds, Bill.
Larry and I were playing. And Dinah
Bill, thank you so much.
Where
we'll
are we
see you on the
gonna
other
go?
side, everybody.
The tree of life, Bill Walton.
We're still up 1. Fingers crossed. Headed by AT&T 5G. We're just up here kicking it. We got Stewie with us now. I think we're all looking forward to a good second half. Maybe we'll actually watch the game this time. We haven't really been watching much.
Well, you know, now it's going to be fun because we were in that locker room at the Final Four, and we know exactly what Coach Ram was talking about right now. And if you don't see us come out on a 10-0 run, I'll be surprised. Because that's just what they do. And I don't know what adjustment he's made, but look at Coach getting after it.
I don't know, but CD's outfit is fire. That's all I know.
Yeah, CD does look
nice. The blue is great.
That is a good color.
It's a good color.
Yeah.
It's a good color. How do you feel about the white warm-ups? Did you have those?
No, we didn't have white warm-ups. We didn't have black jerseys. We only wear blue, white, and gray. That's it.
We didn't even have gray. You had gray, though.
We had gray, and I didn't love it.
Well, you guys lost, right?
We lost to Duke on the last second shot by Jessica Foley. Ozzy, oi, oi, oi.
Yeah, it's a lot of oi. More oi than Ozzy on that one. Kristen's been doing okay. I feel like she got off to a good start, and then you haven't really seen her much since.
I think that's a thing that's turning into a trend. Last game, she did the same thing. And
she started off high and then kind of cooled off a little bit. And, you know, and it's hard when, you know, Paige missed so much time, and then you kind of settle into a nice rhythm. And, you know, it's not like Paige doesn't come in and, you know, demand all this attention, rightly so. And she's the one that always has to kind of adjust her game to being, hey, Paige is out, we need you to be the man.
Yeah.
Paige is back in, I
hard.
need you to take a back seat. And I think Kristen's done an amazing job this year of doing that. And, there's one. When she gets to the WNBA, she's going to be a problem.
I agree.
Yeah,
Like, that's just one of those players where
I
you watch them and once they get to the league,
It's going to all open up.
She's going to be a steal. She's going to be a steal in the draft.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
If she goes below 10, I'm like, what are people watching?
I mean, sometimes I look at these mock drafts, I'm like, who are putting these together? Like, call me. I'll let you know.
Like, well, I don't know what it's based on.
Like, even last year, call us. We'll let you know what's going on. Yeah. This information is for everyone. You know what I mean?
Who'd you guys pick last year? Who did we pick last year?
I don't know. It seems like so long ago.
I can't even remember.
Kiana.
Oh, we picked Kiana.
Welcome to Phoenix, girl.
Shout out.
Bring your sunscreen.
No, we picked. Yeah, we had a bunch of picks. It was more second round. Oh, we traded our pick for Kennedy Burke.
Yeah.
That was our pick.
Go with Bruins. A lot of Bruin action tonight, huh?
We do, yeah. Oh, I was gonna say we have a lot of Bruin action in Seattle.
Yeah,
wait, who'd you guys pick?
I don't think we had a pick.
Oh, that's possible. Yeah.
We traded
the whole
for,
Kia Nurse.
we did the whole. What's up, Kia Nurse? Go
Kia
Huskies.
Nurse.
I know you're watching up there in Toronto. Go Maple Leafs. I mean, look, Stanford's played absolutely horrible, and it's a tied game.
Yeah, no,
they're just right where they want to be, and then,
it's a lot of standing now.
Which is funny for a Stanford team.
Yeah,
usually they're just.
But were you guys expecting this pace to be this slow
No.
for this game?
Well,
I thought the first game was going to be slow.
Yeah.
And this game was going to be faster, and it's not.
Well, the first couple minutes of this game, I was like, oh, we're going to score a lot of points.
Oh, damn. Wow.
The first quarter was.
And it didn't happen.
Yeah, it was.
Set those feet, AZ.
No, you're right. When we played Stanford with USA Basketball, I actually said to Kiana, I was like, all right, enough. Because it's
Stop
just
cutting.
constant movement. I'm like, you're not even looking for the ball.
It was
Stop
like guarding the Japanese team, the ultimate cutter.
Yeah,
I mean,
the ultimate cutter. I think guarding the Japanese team might have been the biggest challenge of my career. I'm not even joking.
That was the hardest game I ever played.
From like a team defense standpoint.
Yeah.
That was like the biggest challenge.
1 through 5, you got to switch.
Yeah. So hard. All right.
So, Stuart, how's motherhood?
Ruby's amazing.
How's Ruby?
She's good. She's working her way to crawling.
Oh, wow.
And I told Marta if she crawls while I'm gone to just like knock her over a little bit.
Just give her a little.
Tell her to wait. She has her whole life.
Bump.
Yeah. But she's babbling. She's it's crazy when they can like kind of like hold themselves up and move their heads and all the things.
It's so incredible how they have these little personalities, even at like a little young age.
Her eyebrows.
You can like already see
her
it.
eyebrows
Her
are popping.
expressions. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What is happening right now?
And then Leo and Isla, they're just so different. Like they already have their own little, behaviors that make them completely different. It's so cool to watch.
That is cool. You guys are molding little minds.
I think she's lefty. I think Ruby's lefty.
She's a lefty.
I don't know if you can tell right now, but she grabs everything with the left.
She might be. Paige needs to start getting off a little bit now, huh?
Yeah, she just had a little jump.
Boy, no one's shooting any threes. Like, do people not shoot threes anymore? Are
like
we in the era of three-pointers? Except college?
Except your girl.
I speak things into existence.
There's a 3 for you.
You like Steph. You're a prophet.
Yeah.
That's your girl, though. You don't remember last year?
Nope. Who is she?
Pretzel.
That's Pretzel Wetzel. That's my girl. She had a great NCAA last year. Go ahead, Paige. There she goes.
There she is.
This is what I want to see. I want to see great players make great plays.
Ooh. We got a timeout. Stewie, thank you for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Love what you're doing with the grants. You're a real one. We'll be right back. It's time now for the AT&T 5G Fast, Reliable, and Secure Spotlight. We got a little Paige Beckers and a little Haley Jones to show you. What do you guys think?
Yeah, well, I think Paige is really kind of relentless right now. I mean, even despite, her injury, she's going in strong, but Haley took her a little bit of time to realize that the fadeaway is not really where it's at. She needs to go to the hole and finish strong. Honestly, today's a paint game, and I have yet to see it fully, so I'm excited to see how both teams respond.
I agree. I think we were talking about it right before you came on.
Yeah.
Haley has the mismatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because UConn doesn't have the depth in the post, they're going to have to play Avina Westbrook at different times at the 4,
Right,
and that's where
right.
Haley has to attack.
Yeah. I agree.
And she's so versatile. Like, she can do so much on the court, which I love.
She can.
Wait. We didn't give you a proper intro.
Oh,
can we please?
Okay.
We didn't give you a proper intro. Joining us now, the Madam Presidente.
Absolutely.
Thanks, you two.
The amazing Neko
4 more years.
Thank you.
4 more years. 4
It's a pleasure.
more years.
I mean, I don't see how hard that's going to be. I ran on the post both times.
That means we like you there.
I guess so.
Everyone's probably like, oh, I'm not going against Neka.
No, absolutely not. You're not winning that vote or race.
Neka is the president of our WNBPA. So that's what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Nick, how's it feel when you watch Stanford play? Do you still get nervous? Do you get those, like, jitters, like, because you were in that uniform? You know how these girls feel right now? I know we do when Uconn plays.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. Like, I definitely still feel nervous. Like, I don't know. I feel, you know how, like, when you're watching a game, your muscles are kind of twitching because you want to be out there?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of how I feel.
That was me in the Elite Eight game, NC State. I was on my couch like,
I know.
President, shoot it. Oh, do you see that? Foul, you're up 3.
Oh, man.
No, we won't go into that.
You know, neither team has really found their stride right now. It's been a really choppy game, but, like...
It has. You know what's so funny is I was just talking to my friend. I played with her at Stanford when I was there. This actually reminded me, the first quarter reminded me, we played Uconn.
Oh, I remember.
And the halftime score was like 21-18.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's what this game reminded me.
It was like, once somebody hit a jump shot, it was like, oh,
Eureka!
Thank God. I don't even remember which team it was.
Yeah, no.
But that was a grind, yeah.
Yeah, it was such a grind.
I mean, literally, the first team that goes on a run might be there.
Yeah, whoever
tonight.
creates, like separation.
String together a couple stops, scores.
Right.
That might be a wrap tonight.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, also, too, like, I don't know, I feel like there's a trepidation for shooting today. I don't know.
He said that 5 seconds ago.
I was going to say, where are the people just putting it up? Like,
yeah.
Everyone seems a little gun-shy right now.
It does seem
and
that way.
These games, you can't win that way.
No.
Like,
no.
the teams are just too good to just think it's just going to happen on its own.
Right.
So, Neka, if you threw a jersey on right now, we've been asking the same question to others. Could you go out there and play for Stanford? Like, would you know the system, know what to do?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, like, it's like in my bones.
Yeah.
But if she's like, triangle, all right, cool. California, all right, I got that. Like,
she doesn't call still.
All right, we got Neka Ogwumike with us. We've got an amazing half coming up. We'll see if Haley and Paige can take their teams to the finals. You know you can't talk about Stanford without talking about that three. Neka, hook us up with something.
Well, you know, I mean, it's a pretty basic story, but like, we went to, I think it was a women's volleyball game, and they let me put it on. Yeah, they let me put it on.
Did you dance around?
When I tell you, it smells like shit.
Oh, I bet.
It's like the worst. But
That really surprised me for some reason that a mascot uniform would smell like Dookie.
Yeah. It's really heavy, though.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, like, you have to have some stamina.
I've already heard the story, but tell what happens, who has to make the trees?
So, like, it's like a competition. So, like, the person who basically, and I hope I'm saying this right, the person who becomes the tree is the one who makes it.
Oh,
they make their own costume.
So they have, like, all, like,
so
have, like,
all unique.
There's, like, a
like
tree mausoleum.
There is?
Yeah, like,
That's
you can, they have all of them. It's kind of cool.
Walk down that's like evolution. I'm sure the first one is, like, kind of, like, weak, and then they just get, like, more and more.
better. Yeah.
It's like watching man.
It's kind of dope.
The evolution. It is pretty cool.
Yeah. Someone needs to go on a run here.
I hope so.
Diana's not feeling it.
We need a run. We need.
Okay, so like in this situation, like what would you guys do?
Well, you know, Coach was actually, I think, kind of in the last couple months coming out of a timeout or stoppage. Like he went straight to Paige, which I like. It didn't work out, but like I think those are things that he's evolved in a lot of ways too.
Yeah.
And you know, Stanford and Connecticut, they're a lot alike, right? It's kind of like you play a type of way where you don't know if you're going to be able to get the ball at certain moments, which, you know, it could be an Achilles heel sometimes when your offense isn't working.
Absolutely. You know what I find interesting too is that I was talking to some of the players' parents before this game. I had no idea that we hadn't played each other in like 2 years.
Oh, really?
So that might be why this game is so, you know, a little bit rough around the edges.
Did you ever get to play Stanford?
No, I never did.
Got to play Stanford
So I was during that stint where it was like
you
they
guys
scheduled each other like every single year. Yeah. But I thought that was interesting.
No, I never did. You know, that was when the great Nicole Powell was there for 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
She's had a rough night.
Yeah.
I mean, these are tough games to play. There's so much on the line where
there is.
Every play is so important.
There is. What's interesting too is like in these settings, like I was told actually a pretty cool piece of advice. It's like when you're playing, especially in like the semifinal game, you need to win the game, not the championship.
Yeah.
You know, because like winning the championship is like where the nervousness comes.
Right.
And so you just kind of got to think about it as in any other game. The great Susan Borchard actually just told them that yesterday.
Oh.
Do it like it's any other day.
Tell him, Susan.
That's the second time Susan's come up.
Oh!
We were talking about the clipboards.
I mean, Susan averaged 30 in high school. I mean, she was a complete monster.
Hey, Minnesota.
And she's like
4'11".
Right.
4'11".
She's from Minnesota.
She is awesome.
She's amazing.
I
This
would-
kid, I want. See,
So
I like
I'm wondering
that.
why they haven't gone into her.
Well, honestly, I think that she's been trying to find her groove, but like sometimes when you get to this stage, it's real simple. Like she really just needs to go head to the rim and do exactly what she just did.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we say all the time, you can run all this fancy stuff, but you got to score the basketball. Like,
period.
You can run around
Yeah.
and think you're cutting and not cutting.
Well, to me, sometimes, especially Connecticut, sometimes when we run those things, it becomes more of like equal opportunity.
Right.
And in games like this,
Yeah.
I'm like, I want Paige with the ball. I want AZ with
Yeah.
the ball. You know guys, in the WNBA, it's exactly how it is.
And on the flip
Absolutely.
side, that makes everyone else more comfortable too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you don't want
They
to
can
put
play
people
off of
in
that.
positions that they're not comfortable in,
Yeah.
especially in this setting. Where the
That is
stakes
true.
are so high.
That is true.
I mean, this kid can be really special. What do you think, Mecca? You probably get a close-up look at
Oh, no,
her a
yeah.
lot. I mean,
100%. You know, actually, too, like, I don't know if people can really tell, but, like, she's quick as hell.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, you can tell.
Like,
She's
especially when she operates from the pinch, like, she's really quick. And I'm excited to see how much better she's going to continue to get. She started off great. And I'm going to mention Susan again. Susan has worked with
yeah. I mean, think about these kids. They're working with personal trainers in college.
Yeah,
I was pounding beers and cheeseburgers in college. Like, just how ahead of the game they are is pretty amazing. How far we've come.
No one can tell you were doing that. Don't worry.
So let me tell you, I wasn't beer and cheeseburgers.
Middle linebacker.
You looked great.
I was a middle linebacker. It's all good.
I was more of a plate of tater tots and 2 donuts every
see,
morning.
hey, that's just as bad. You know what I
Real
mean?
champions. I was a grilled cheese.
You're a grilled cheese?
Smash grilled cheeses. But that was like, we had a nutritionist come in. I don't know if you were on the team.
Yeah, what
or
was her
not.
name? Courtney.
No. I can't remember her name. I don't want to call her out anyway. We had somebody come
Yeah, had to
and
stock your
take
fridge.
us around. Oh no, see, this was different. I think take us around the cafeteria and be like, the whole goal is like, all right, this person's gonna tell you like what's good,
Yeah.
what's bad. And she literally took us around. She was like, we got to like the General Chow's chicken. She was like, yeah, you can have that. You guys play enough. Got to the grilled cheeses. Yeah, you guys can have those too. You play enough. Every station, I was like, all right. She said grilled cheese is good,
and that's
so.
how we looked.
And that's exactly how we looked.
And the baby
my
fat
gosh.
ballers.
Yeah, we were going
It was
ham at
water
training
weight.
table. We were going ham at training table, so like, of course, like, you know, at training table they like make the food and you're supposed to eat it there. But a lot of times we would order our own food. So one time, like, they told us not to order food. Shanae walked in there. She ordered chocolate chip pancakes with hot wings and was eating with her feet on the table as the coaches came in. And she didn't even budge. She was just kinda like, I mean, this is dinner.
This is what I gotta eat. I gotta feel my temple.
Right.
We used to have pint night. I feel like we talked about this one
Yeah,
before.
pint
We'd go
night.
get a pint of ice cream.
Are you
Smash.
serious?
Yeah.
Hey, pint night, who's in? Store 24, here we come.
You
Ben
guys
and
got,
Jerry's.
you're
Dippy
bone-
dough, buffalo
your bone
zone.
density was up.
Tell him
Dippy
dippy dough. Sergeant Pep, slice of pizza.
Beefy dough.
Hanger, give me a hanger of wings.
Oh, the
Wings
buffalo
over
zone.
stores. Give me a hanger.
You didn't
lemon
have a
pepper.
go-to like order spot delivery on
No,
campus?
I mean,
ours was
we had
Dippy
we were chain restaurants, but
Okay.
we
We didn't have those.
We were in the sticks.
The
We didn't have any of that.
yeah, we had chain restaurants.
Oh,
you
getting
guys had,
big.
But Jimmy V always made us like at Jimmy V's is the sports cafe. He always made us what we wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys had like cheesecake, which would have been huge.
Yeah,
if we were in college.
We had an Applebee's 45 minutes away.
I can't do cheesecake anymore. The menu stresses me out.
It's too big.
I'm like,
it's
get
too
me
elaborate.
do I want a buffalo blast or fettuccine
Or-
Alfredo? Like this, the spectrum
or a
is
stack
too
of
wide.
pancakes.
Yeah.
with an omelet. No,
It's too much.
I evolved from the tater tots and the donuts. At Jimmy V's, he started making me like what I started calling a neckinator, and it was basically a buffalo chicken sandwich.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah. And so I started ordering that, thinking that I was getting my nutrition up compared to the donuts and the tots.
Oh, of course you were. Those
Yeah.
a step up.
Yeah.
I feel like
in
every kid on the court right now needs to get their nutrition up. There's a lot of skinny minis out there.
Some little lightweights.
Get those muscles on there.
Some lightweights out there tonight.
I gotta say, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I was really beefy in college.
Like
We
Coach
were.
Rama getting after a little bit.
Oh shoot!
Ooh, that was close.
I mean, for all the marbles.
We got one more quarter. Are you leaving us?
Yeah, you guys.
You gotta focus too much.
I don't know if I can do it. I
Fully understand that. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh no, I love you guys.
As usual. We'll be here. NECA won't, but we do appreciate it. See you soon.
I had plenty of meat intake. I'm Argentinian.
You hit your limit early. Too much meat.
I got it all out of me. Vegan life now. Plant-based. For life.
I know, you guys are like a little cult, you vegans.
I know, Chris Paul.
Stick together.
So Chris, my vegan brother.
Do you get like territorial when people are plant-based versus vegan? Or are you like, nah, you're not real?
Well, no, it's funny when people are like, oh, it's like being vegetarian. I'm like, no, it's not like being vegetarian. It's like being vegan.
Yeah.
There's a lot of education to be done, but you know what? That's what we're here for.
That is what the Bird and Taurasi show is.
It's all about education.
All about.
And I don't judge, you know.
Yeah, no, you
eat what you want, Sue. Just like I don't dance for free, I don't judge.
Yeah.
There's certain things in life that I live by, you know.
Yeah. You're a real woman of your word.
Aren't I? All right, here we go. Fourth quarter time.
Quarter.
Put your fourth quarters up if you play college football. Every team does that, right? They put the fourth quarter. Oh, you're original.
I don't really watch.
Yo, John Hooley, Uconn Huskies.
We do have more guests coming for this fourth quarter. Adia Barnes, longtime teammate and friend, and then Jennifer Azzi.
I mean, these teams are toe-to-toe. They're really just evenly matched.
No, it's a grind right now.
And it's going to be...
Wow, 45%, 20th in D1 from the field. Tonight, 33. I'm sure it's the same for UConn.
Absolutely. This is a grind tonight.
These are the ones that feel really good when you go back to the hotel after winning, though.
Man.
Like you figured it out.
Yeah.
How many of these stories that we've told do you think we told on that IG Live?
And one. Nelson with the and one.
How many stories do you think we've told tonight that we told on the IG Live that we just don't remember?
Don't remember. I actually don't think we've double dipped a lot.
Really?
I don't know. I think with guests, they've brought out a different side of us, which is nice.
Bill Walton especially.
Bill Walton, what the encyclopedia of life.
Wow.
Like someone just needs to jot down all his thoughts.
Yeah.
Because they're just little bits, they're little nuggets of gold that you can take with you.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go.
Well, I said, like, that's someone who's lived a life.
I mean, he was coached by John Wooden.
I know, that's crazy.
Like,
I know, he said he's coached by 6 Hall of Fame coaches.
That's crazy.
When we're done, it'll be, I wonder what my, Coach Ariama's in the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
And Donovan's in the Hall of Fame.
So you can coach and still be in the Hall of Fame. Why can't we play and be in the Hall of Fame? And what was the answer?
It's kind of morbid, because coaches can die.
No.
Because they're older. That's what someone told me.
You know?
I don't want to speak that.
That's life, huh?
I know. But anyway, apparently that's the reason.
Okay. Okay, which twin is that? Do you know?
Lexi.
Can you tell them apart? Like if we put them
Lexi
side by
has blonde
side?
hair.
Oh, so you didn't know that.
Remember when we played them and Lexi just went skirt skirt?
Yeah.
Pew pew.
She was out.
You were like,
I was like,
she was.
You know when you point, she's pointing the whole game. I was doing a lot of pointing.
The lane. I look back. I was like, where are you at?
I was like, that was when I was coming back from my hammies. I had like 2 broken butts.
I know that was not a good start.
No, that was not a good. Come on, Kristen Williams has been just an unsung hero for this team. Even you go back to the NC State game, she's made some huge plays for this team.
Yes, huge.
You know, in moments when we're necessarily not playing well. Here she goes again on the break.
Oh, feeling it.
Just go.
I know, attack. See, that's what'll happen in the WNBA. She'll start attacking that. Oh my God, back to back. Oh, I think her foot was on the line anyways.
Nothing like a long 2.
What's up, Noah?
Nothing like the long 2, Noah. Beefcake.
Why is he so anti?
Just
mid-range in general or long?
I mean, if you're going to shoot a long 2, you might as well just
I get
shoot
that.
it a little bit further
but
and
like
get
a
three.
pull-up, not like on the free throw line, that's obvious. Like a pull-up right in front of that.
No, I think there's certain instances where a pull-up makes sense, right? Like
so
that's
today
just
was he just like cringing at every shot I took?
No, you were great today.
Was he cringing?
He might have been cringing, but...
Oh.
Do they have a flopping rule in college? They need to institute it.
With NIL deals, do we now have fines?
I believe, and flopping fines for sure.
Flopping fines.
God, there's certain players. We were gonna do a top 5 players that we love of all time.
We can still do that on Sunday.
And this next guest, I just loved watching her play because I'm a big Pac-12, Pac-10 fan. Like that's where my heart lies. I do. I have it on my
app. If I have to hear about UCLA,
I'm just saying
anymore. You love the Wildcats.
Well, like in the Bronx, still, you get 3 loves in your life, right?
Yeah.
So Uconn, UCLA, and I guess Stanford a little bit. But I took a visit to Arizona, University of Arizona, Bear Down.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I know.
Julie Brazi.
What's the Bear Down?
Bear Down, baby.
Yeah, what is it?
This one. Dang, I didn't have
this
it right.
is Baylor.
Oh, this
Baylor
is Baylor
does a claw thing.
Baylor.
Yeah.
They
don't have one.
They left that in the Sweet 16, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was rough for you. But yeah, Arizona was one of the schools I went to, and I loved it there. And look at that, I ended up in Arizona.
Full circle.
Full circle.
Full circle.
Oh, we opened up a little lead.
I know.
We said this, right? Try to do that again.
Tired,
you can't do that again if you try. Little ISO ball.
The double pin down.
Yeah, Stanford's doing some things I don't.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah.
I do like how they run the back doors.
They do a really
so
nice
hard to
job.
guard.
Yeah. Especially they keep the floor so spaced. They do a great job of that. Adia probably saw some of those back doors during conference play.
Yeah, we'll have to ask.
Yeah.
We'll have to ask about that. Because she likes that pressure defense.
I know.
Oh, my God. I would hate to play against Arizona.
That EuroLeague defense all up in you.
Get out of my face.
How are you?
Welcome to the stage.
Come on. The original
Barnes. She's the OG Arizona Wildcat.
She's the original tweener that made life possible for all you guys to play basketball.
That's
Absolutely.
And we got Jen.
Oh man.
Coming through. Hey Jen.
Hi there.
Are you joining us from Las Vegas?
I am joining you from Las Vegas, yes. And I'm hoping it stays quiet that kids don't run in here.
That's all right. This is the kind of show where that can happen. We
Okay, maybe we can do the show from Las Vegas next year.
I wouldn't mind that. They should have a Final Four in Las Vegas.
They should.
Well, I just asked Sue. They haven't had it on the West Coast ever.
No one gives the West Coast love ever.
I know.
We need it there.
Do you feel that as obviously as a player back then, as a coach now?
Obviously, yeah, because our games are on like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So that's like 11 on the East Coast, so no one's watching.
No one's watching.
Yeah, it's not fair.
I will say, living on the West Coast, maybe you guys can all back me up on this. Watching sports is the best.
March Madness?
Sure.
Oh my God, it's the best.
No doubt.
Yeah. It's like you roll out of bed.
It's 9 a.m. The games start.
That's true.
But you're still going to bed at a normal hour.
Yeah.
You're not having to force yourself to stay up.
So true.
Oh, it's the best. Jen, what do you think of the game so far?
It's painful. I mean, Stanford is shooting like 14% from 3. I'm cringing. But I mean, good. UConn's playing well, and Stanford is not. So it's, what do you guys think?
Coach, what's up, man? Break it down.
I mean, I think that Stanford's really hard to play against. They're usually a lot better from a 3 and super efficient, but UConn's playing well, and it's such a low-scoring game. This is not what we want in the Final Four.
Yeah.
We don't want 30 points for like ever, but but they're both 2 really good teams.
So, Adia, how's it feel to be back here? I mean, obviously, you'd rather be playing in the Final Four. Now that your program and you've tasted it, like, what does that mean for you going forward? Like, is there a standard that, like, this is what we got to do every year from here on out? Like,
well, when you have a taste of it, you for sure want to be here. I remember, because I'm here with the USA basketball thing, so I was like, well, it's a win-win for me. So if we're in the Final Four, or I'm here, so it's a good thing. But, my players didn't experience this.
Right.
Like, we didn't have a crowd, so when I look, I'm like, oh, I'm sad for that. But, yeah, I want to be back here. I don't want to be a one and done. That's, like, my worst fear as head coach, like, just one and done.
I mean, what an incredible run you guys had, though.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
I mean,
it really was.
When you talk about, like, fun teams to watch, and then you just instantly root for them.
Yeah.
Like, that was just one of the teams that's always going to stand out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jen, you were in the Final Four on that winning team. Do you have any fun Final Four memories?
Well, we played the Final Four at University of Tennessee, so for me, we were really lucky that Tennessee got beaten prior to us going there, so we became sort of the home team, because I grew up 20 minutes from there, so, just remember it being really special because it was basically at home. But you guys know you won a bunch of national championships, like, it's just an incredible feeling. And Adia, congrats on all of your success. Like it's been so
Thank
fun
you.
to watch your career.
See, I guess what happens is when you start winning, all of a sudden your shoe game just really just goes through the
She
roof.
has
If
more
you could
nice
see
shoes.
these shoes.
They're red. They're like spiky. Like they're men's shoes, so they look like women's.
Jesus.
You know, I have big
pull them
feet.
off. You pull them off.
No one
Adia.
wants to wear
You're
heels.
flexing
Heels.
that contract.
I know.
There you go.
Not really, but heels are not the thing. I'm never gonna wear heels again. Like
No.
I'm all
Why
about
would
tennis
you?
shoes. Yeah.
I mean,
they're-
let's talk about the contract, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you get.
We can
let's
talk
hold
about it
that
after. We
thought,
do have to go to
absolutely.
break. We are running a TV show here, ladies. So we will be back with some contract talk, maybe some NIL talk. That's hitting the game hard. We'll be back in a couple minutes. We're back. We've got a little Paige Becker's package, and we have someone who has firsthand experience, Adia Barnes. Take us through it.
Well, I'm glad I only had to face her one time last year. She's really good at shooting behind the screen. Just to score, confident, shows up at big moments, but plays stronger than her body. She reminds me of a young version of DT. I've always said that. Her swag, confidence, and just gamer. So tough player.
I mean, we always say to win these games, your stars, your best players have to show up, and you see her here maybe get a little nicked up. Hopefully it's nothing serious. You know, she's battled through this injury to get back on the court. And, you know, injury's part of the game, but hopefully she can get back in there and finish it up.
Well, to be playing at her level after being out so long, and you could see how Uconn changed. You know, they were struggling for a while. She comes back, and it's like, boom. So I think she's the type of player that can take you to win a championship for sure. So
what's going on in the desert? What's new? What's new with the Bearcats? What's in the future?
well, you know, all this recruiting, the portal is insane. You guys, the portal is like a beast. There's
Man, that's like the sneaker drop.
Thank God.
There's like 900 kids in the portal right now, and like every day it's being added. It's crazy.
That is
so
so
really,
crazy.
some schools are recruiting to the portal.
I got a shooter
It's
for you.
insane.
We'll talk later.
Yeah, I need one. Yeah,
cool.
give me some.
I got a
give me some.
shooter for you
No, but
later.
it's just like, it's insane. So if you have 15 players, like you'll see after these games, they're going to lose kids. Because kids that don't play, they just leave. They don't stay and fight it out. Like, did you play as a freshman a lot?
Well, think about I came off I was like the 9th player on the team.
Okay, now you would have
Like-
left. You would have left.
It was like if you transferred back then, it was like getting the scarlet letter.
If you in our
it was oh my god, that kid transferred.
Yeah.
They literally had the scarlet
Yeah, it's
letter.
not like that now. Now, if you transfer 3 times, you'll get the side eye. But if you transfer 2, it's like normal.
Yeah.
But I lived off transfers, Aries, so we did pretty good with transfers.
I think we have another guest joining us.
Hey, who's that?
Yeah,
I saw a little,
about to go
a little
to bed,
wave.
but he wanted to say hi. Say hi to Sue and Diana. Say hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
It's
He
books and
loves
bath time.
basketball.
I know that. We know that
Who
one.
do you want to win? Who do you want to win?
Stanford.
No leading the
Stanford.
witness. No leading the witness.
Well,
I'm just
you know,
kidding.
he
Stanford's
just
cool.
asked me. He just asked me if I wanted the white team or the blue team. So he's somewhat
it's funny.
neutral.
That's funny because Leo's favorite color is red. So anytime basketball's on, he goes, "I want the red team to win."
Yeah, that's always at U of A, so it's perfect. He's got good
works out.
taste.
Well, he's gonna be big and he's balling already. So yeah, I'll let you know what's going on.
Yeah, and your daughter for sure. I'm gonna recruit her when
Oh,
she's like
baby
6.
Isla.
Imagine how
early.
okay, if you went to Arizona, we would have been the Uconn.
You know, I said it was one of my favorite. It was one of my
She visited.
favorite. I visited.
I know for Joan, but imagine if we would have had you.
Football
We
was
would've
number
won,
one.
Like, yeah, I mean we were good. We would have won like 4 championships. Maybe
By the
not
way,
11.
there was a Tysell Bozeman shout out earlier from
Really?
Reno Valley. Did you play with Tysell?
No, I don't. Where did I know Tysell from?
It's old school.
I don't remember. That's a long. Well, you're dating us
This
back.
Yeah, but ask about that.
Yeah, so we talked about the portal, which is chaos. How do you feel about NIL? Like, how has that impacted things?
Love it. You guys would have made millions. I mean, love it. I love it because it's a chance for them to get paid for their likeness. The schools are making millions of dollars. Like, they should make money. And I don't feel like you should leave college with no money.
Right.
Even if you leave with $10,000, it's a cushion that starts you, and why not? Like,
absolutely.
You get paid off all your stuff. It's good.
Yeah, Jen, what do you think about NIL?
You know, in the beginning, I was sort of a purist, like, you know, but I think it's just playing out, I guess, as it should. And I mean, if you know, people are making money off of an athlete, then I think that they should be compensated.
Absolutely, yeah. All right, guys, we have 2 minutes and 51 seconds. Stanford has now cut it to 5. I feel like we have not watched any of these games, so I'm going to tune in for these 2 minutes.
Good idea.
Avina has been playing well. We've been scoreless for 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Hopefully she can break that here. And I don't know, honestly, obviously, we're UConn biased in that we want UConn to win the same way you guys are for your alma maters.
Yeah.
We all are. But I will say, like, I kind of want to see a good game, too.
I know.
Like, you want to see a fun ending.
Yes. I was going to say, if Haley hits that 3, it's a good day for Stanford.
Trouble. Go ahead, Jen.
I was just going to say, I think for Haley as a pro player, I don't know what you guys think, but next evolution is really her range because she can do everything else. And I think when she can knock down the 3, it changes everything.
Absolutely. I feel like that's the theme for every player, right?
I know.
Like, if you get a 3-pointer, it opens up, it unlocks your entire world.
Yes.
So, Adia, what makes you different than a lot of the coaches is you played in the WNBA.
I didn't really play. I was a part of it.
Whatever. You were the bomb. But, like, how much of that player development do you bring to your... I mean, I think that's, like, the next level for women's basketball. Like, can you develop me to be a pro for a long, long time? And that gets sometimes lost in, like, here, we're going to run this offense for 4 years.
Yeah, for sure. Not changing your system.
And, like, have you introduced a little bit more of that to your players? Like, is that a big thing?
Way more fundamentals because we weren't good. We were, like, number 300 RPI when I got the job, so we had to develop... Yeah, we sucked.
I was there.
We had to develop kids, so I think that's one thing we've really specialized in because no one teaches fundamentals.
Right.
And you have to, and just knowing what the players need to learn and go through, it's important.
Can they review that? That was our ball.
Brinks, a player that's improved a lot is Cameron Brink.
Oh, yeah,
She's
no.
a
We've been
beast.
talking about
I
it.
love playing against her. You just hope she fouls out that game. Because sometimes she can just foul out. He's like, can you foul out, please? But she's great. She's getting better and better.
She is.
Diana and Sue, what do you guys think about player development in the WNBA? Like, do you feel like your teammates have embraced it, or is it sort of like it's always been?
No, they've embraced it.
Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah,
I mean, we've
great.
obviously been in the game way too long, so we know the evolution. And
Yes.
you know, we didn't. I know personally, I didn't start working on my game till like 5 or 6 years after college. I mean, that was just, you know, because you get put in a position where you're going overseas to play, and you're just, you know, team after team that you don't get to work on the things that will make you better.
Right. I think about. I mean. I was going to say growing up, I actually think it's even college and a little bit beyond, where it's like you'd play one-on-one and the rule was 3 dribbles max.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I grew up. 3 dribbles max. But now you see the skill set. If you're able to put together some sort of combo, you get the defense on their heels. That creates so much. Like, that's something, not that I was ever going to be a one-on-one player, that is something I wish I would have developed a little bit more of. Not just a couple dribbles, pick it up.
Yeah.
It opens up so much for you.
But you know what I see in college? Like, everybody says they want to play pro, and I got crushed a little bit because I tweeted this, but everybody wants to play pro, and, like, they want to do this, but then they don't work on their game, and they don't work outside of practice. So I'm like, well, to be pro, like, 1% makes it, so you have to work, like, 99% doesn't. And in the pros, you do that, but in college, they don't. Everybody says it because it sounds cool, but they don't
swagger
do it.
than game.
Yeah, it's like, and paying for trainers, doing and-one dribbling, it's, like, not the thing. Like, work on your fundamentals.
Oh, no, yeah, I didn't mean that.
Yeah, no,
I just
I know.
meant, like, we didn't do the skill thing.
No, you didn't.
You just were like team.
And that's a microcosm of women's basketball a lot of times, right? Team offense, team defense. Like, where, like, when you did have that one-on-one player, that person got demonized too. Like, look at that person going one-on-one.
A good balance is perfect.
Absolutely.
You have to have a good balance, I think, on your roster, in your franchise, on your team, in your school, whatever the case may be.
You individually, like, you have to be able to, like, expand on your game to stay relevant too.
Yeah, but in the WNBA, Jen, it's like, it's changing. We used to not have player development coaches. Now it's like, you're a crappy franchise if you don't.
Yeah, everybody has their own in the off season, and it's like it's a big thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm with
How are you liking it in
Adia.
Vegas so far?
Oh, I can't. I mean, we'll sit down and talk one day. It's amazing. Like, the things that are happening here, it would blow your mind. I mean, as someone that's been around the game, you know, my whole life, to see what Mark Davis is investing and just my light went out there, but just the things that are happening, it's awesome for the game.
That's awesome. All right, guys. What do we think Stanford's going to run here? Who they going to? Any thoughts?
Haley, because Haley makes big plays.
Haley, take it.
That's what makes her special, because when she's at the 4, they put her at a point forward, and then when she's at the 3, but when she extends her range,
did they just step over the line? I'm dead.
Oh no! Wow.
Nightmare. Have you noticed in college basketball, there's been a lot of baseline out of bounds plays where somebody goes to the opposite corner? They didn't do it this time, but have you noticed that for like a three?
They just did it like
a couple possessions ago.
Opposite
Connecticut does, like all the way.
We have a play like that.
It's like the new wave. Wait, what happened here? Oh, I mean, does that count?
Oh, wow.
Was she established?
I'm with you, Sue, on wanting your team to win, but wanting a good game.
We're about to get a good game.
Let's see what's going on
Yes. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the heck.
I don't know what the rules are.
Like, do you just look away and be like, all right?
Because
Paige is
Avina
back
was
in.
inbounds. Because Avina was inbounds, and she threw it. Don't you have to be established out of bounds to be out of bounds? Oh, they fouled? Is this like
playing the long game?
A hack-a-shack situation? Is she a good free throw shooter? See if she's been there. She's 1 for 2 tonight.
I mean, this is why she came back, right?
Yeah.
I want to win a national championship.
Yeah.
Are you? What are you doing?
It's like when you play Stanford, you just don't want Believe to dunk. I'm always like, if she gets a fast break, you better hack her.
Oh, I called her
You better
Ruthie
trip
earlier.
her.
For him believing.
Look
Like,
at the
do not
Husky
let her
faithful.
dunk.
I called her Ruthie earlier. My bad.
She didn't play much of it, did she?
No, she didn't.
No,
Your
she
friend?
didn't
Your
dunk.
friend
That's good.
didn't?
I was always like, do not let her dunk. We'll be on everybody's highlight. You better foul. You better like grab her jersey behind. It's not happening.
One shining moment.
Yeah, they
One
die.
shining moment.
But I can't say what I really want to do. I can't be like, hack them. Because people will tell.
They call offensive?
There you go. They got to put that rule back in. They got to get
Big
that
play.
rule in there.
I'm like shocked Stanford's going just one-on-one.
I know.
I know.
And don't
I'm
get me
with you
wrong,
on that.
Haley, if anyone... Yeah, but I'm just surprised by it.
I'm telling you, they've been out of character all night. Like, they worked a lot of ISO, pick and roll, handoff stuff. Not a lot of off-ball
Is that a
stuff,
charge?
cutting.
Is that a charge?
It's a flop.
I don't know if that's a charge.
Maybe.
Maybe it's a makeup for the out of bounds. I mean, refs don't do that, but if they did.
I'm glad I'm not a ref.
Me
Oh,
neither.
no, the abuse?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Are they reviewing it? What's going on here?
I don't know. Maybe we do need the ref microphone.
Yeah, you guys are right. Not to take anything away from UConn, but Stanford just is not Stanford tonight.
Yeah, they're not. It's like when we play Stanford, they're always the best Stanford they are. It's like back cuts,
Yeah, right.
handoff,
Yeah.
chin action. It's like
Two go with a cutter, they get an
Yeah.
open three. Like, we haven't seen any of that movement tonight.
Yeah, we haven't.
That sureness that they usually play on with the offensive end.
Maybe the poor shooting just kind of has them
Bog them down a
They
little bit.
never,
Yeah, they're off a
they
little
never
bit.
shoot like this.
That's a
And you know,
choice.
I said earlier, I mean, we always talk about Connecticut as being a great offensive team. Like, the
Oh,
coach
boy.
really prides himself on the defensive end. Like, that's.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
He wanted a game.
Twins.
Who's number 2?
That's Lacey Hall, right?
Emma Nope. Yeah, Lacey Hall just
See,
said that.
you can't tell them apart.
No.
There you go.
Oh, that's big.
Oh, God. That's a dagger.
That's big. No, number 2 on Stanford just came in, got that steal. Emma Nopu. Oh.
Sorry, Jen.
I think
back
we
to
might
back.
live to see another day.
Back to back might not happen.
Back to back is so hard.
So hard.
So hard. I mean, you're the only one who's done it. Up here, anyway. For real.
Back to back.
I've never won back to back. Like any.
Yeah.
So you never won? I
Well-
thought you won back to back too.
No, not in
thought
college.
so, too.
Okay.
No, EuroLeague. Does that count?
Oh, that counts.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that's
counts.
all the
Hard,
money
man.
is.
Yeah.
Those EuroLeague bonuses, that really counts.
That's true.
God.
To back. To back. To back.
I was
Oh, yeah,
talking
that's
to
4 in a
Stewie
row.
about Russia. The same people are there, Igor and all them.
Yeah.
You know? Crazy.
Well,
The
it's
Fed
been nice
family
spending time
taking
with
it
you
all
guys,
in.
but this is not the outcome I wanted.
Fair.
Jen, we feel you. We'll
We'd
see
be
you this
saying the
summer.
same thing.
Well, yeah, for sure. I'm excited to see you guys this summer.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
The Pac-12 is just not.
Is that Wetzel Pretzel?
That's what's a pretzel. It's still a chance.
There's
still
a chance.
Back to Paige.
What? I mean,
Pull it
why
out.
wouldn't you foul
Pull it
her?
out. Pull it out.
Oh,
Why aren't you pulling it out?
Advance the ball.
Well, there it is.
Okay, this is a game. It's getting better.
And that's why you don't foul, I
Advance
guess.
it. Tara's good at running these soft plays.
Yeah, this is her. Are you here all weekend? You guys got practice tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow. Well, I'm supposed to leave tomorrow, but I think I'm staying till Sunday.
Oh, nice.
We have an open scrimmage tomorrow.
I heard.
know you guys are coming.
Town.
Are you guys
What
coming?
time?
10 o'clock.
Is that- oh, I don't know. It depends on.
10 o'clock. It's
We have
your
our own workout.
team.
We have our own workout.
What's your own workout? Like, really work out?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're on court tomorrow.
We're on court tomorrow.
oh, you guys
Trying
are.
to keep
That's
up with
nice.
these youngins.
Can they let you guys rest a little bit? You're about to be in camp. I mean, oh, God.
I'm like, I'm trying to get ready for
Yeah,
that so I
that's
don't
true. I
die.
know.
I know, camp being, we were saying, so usually it's like April 28th-ish. This year it's April 17th. I'm like, those 11 days would have been nice.
Plan 10 days and you have exhibition,
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah,
fast.
it comes quick.
The season's, I mean, it's going to be a
Yeah,
tough
it's
season.
condensed,
But you
yeah.
guys don't even do training camp. You guys
We
are stretching
kind
on
of
the
do.
side. Remember Lauren Jackson in training camp? It was like,
You know,
camp-
guys,
she's
playing
playing again.
Bro, she did. Lauren, don't be mad. She played in like they had like an opening scrimmage,
Yeah.
nothing crazy. 30 and 15 in like
We're
19
reviewing
minutes.
the last
against,
out of
like,
bounds
a good
play
It's the B,
for
it's
a
the B
tiny
division.
mistake.
Still, she's like
Oh, this
40.
is a timing mistake. Yeah, she was like, yeah, I still got it. I was like, yeah. I don't think I could go to the B division and score 30.
Well, not if you haven't played in like 3 years.
I know. I'm
Like,
saying that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like, I still play and I
you
couldn't do
could.
that. I was like,
Is that
dang,
Haley's
Lauren.
mom?
I don't know. I didn't see it. All right, what do we think?
After
Haley?
review, the correct
Are they looking for a
time on the
three?
game clock
No.
should be
Are you taking a quick
28.8
two?
seconds.
You miss a
Yeah.
3, the game's over.
That's true. And you don't want to
I
foul.
still again, right?
Ooh. Dang, that was a tough shot.
Okay.
Hey, this is a game. Jen,
many
you may have
timeouts?
spoken too
I
soon.
know.
Jen was about to leave us too.
Jen was about to leave
Well,
us.
see you guys this summer.
We won't tell Stanford, don't worry. We won't tell Tara.
Don't tell Tara. That's true. I still get in trouble by Tara, so yeah, let's don't tell her.
I get in trouble too when I tweet something dumb. Tara will be like, yeah.
Yeah.
When I get that Dawn call on the Tara, I'm like, ooh, okay, sorry. When you see me apologize on Twitter, it's usually because of that.
That's amazing.
No, I'm just joking, but like,
Yeah.
she's like, yeah.
No, it's cute.
It was funny. One time she said, don't put your skirt in the mud. I was like, good point. Like,
Tara, we did a whole Tara-isms
Yeah.
before you guys came on. She's got some sayings,
she's
boy.
funny.
Oh yeah. Oh
She's
no,
funny.
people don't know.
No, she's super funny.
I got recruited by Tara. I was like, wait a minute. Like the dry humor.
Yeah.
She's not trying to be funny, and it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. She's never changed. She's always been that way.
That's funny. And she's on
good
Peloton.
people.
Isn't it like Chasing Tara is her name or something?
really?
On Peloton. Yeah, you
Oh,
guys
look her up.
go
I'm
beat her on
I'm gonna look you
Peloton.
up, Tara.
I'm gonna be like, oh, one friend is in a class. Who's this?
Look you up,
Chasing
Tara.
Tara. By the way, why do people high five on that?
Oh, I don't. That's a
I high five back.
All of a
annoys
sudden,
me.
a high five pops up.
I
You
high
do
five
not.
back.
You
Random
do?
people.
Oh, I do all the time.
I
Oh
like
my
clear it
God.
off my screen.
Do you? You're
Yeah,
a
I go
swiper?
It's just
swipe.
annoying. I'm like, I don't high five.
I high five a little
Like,
bit.
Like, I'm just trying to suffer in
I'm
peace.
barely on this.
You're like, oh,
Leave
it's your
me
10th
alone.
right? Congrats.
Yeah, that's hard. Peloton's hard. But you guys ride like every
Peloton is
day.
hard. No.
I mean,
Yeah.
when the
I don't think-
season's in like 3 or 4 times a week.
When the season's
the
in, you're
season?
working out every day too.
Yeah, I'll do a cool down or.
That's why you played 25 years pro.
Jeez.
That and the solo cup.
You'll never know.
You'll never know.
You'll never know.
Same play.
Let's go.
Different-
Oh, I know this play.
Oh, the.
Oh, they missed the back screen.
I know that play too. You know,
Good play, Sandy.
so Phoenix like historically runs this play. They throw it to BG because obviously nobody can contest that on the opposite side of the basket, and then there's a screen like almost a flare type, but it's actually towards the ball for D. We played them. They ran the play. D hit a 3. So the second time, I wish Stewie were here right now. We were like switch, blah blah blah. That's actually, if you can imagine a play where she hit the shot, we go to overtime, it's killer. It's actually one of my favorite plays because I watched myself and I knew it was coming and I tried to follow you. I'm like watching myself. I'm trying to follow you everywhere you go. You get it. I'm right there. And you still hit it. I was
That's a
like,
good play.
this mother.
Camille Little with the booty screen on that one. Taking 5 people with her.
Camille had that high booty. Maybe you can like
But
put a
it's
cup
so
on
funny when you watch it.
Put a cup on it.
It's like my least favorite play and my favorite play.
I
at the
love
same
Camille.
time. Oh, Camille's the best.
It's like the hammer screen always works on the backside. I'm just like, are we really getting caught on that still?
Yep.
It works every time still.
Well, we try. We don't have shooters, so
Oh,
it
it doesn't work with no shooters.
Sometimes it works.
Nothing works with no shooters. That's the problem.
I know that is the problem. Ooh, I wonder what they're
Ooh,
thinking.
South Carolina, like,
They got the Letterman jacket. I like
It's
that.
kind of cool. I like bringing that
I like
to college.
the Letterman jacket.
Yeah, let's see.
All right, let's see if they can turn them over.
What did Stanford, like 22 games straight they won?
Oh, really?
Yeah, undefeated in the conference.
They didn't start the season well, right? Didn't they have a couple
losses?
bad losses at the beginning? Yeah.
And they were rolling, like 22 straight and 16 or whatever, no, in the Pac-12.
Ah, here we go.
I mean, getting the ball on inbounds is always
Come on.
Right there.
Oh, foul her.
Just hold
Yes.
it.
I mean,
Pass it, pass it. Who's a good free throw shooter?
So, Edwards catches the ball. Why are you not fouling
her? I don't know. I don't think she's very. Oh no, she's 2 for 2 on the night. I don't know what she. I feel like the other night
it's
it was
better than AZ Futt shooting him.
For sure.
Better than Paige shooting him.
Yes.
Very true.
Better than Crystal. Shall see.
Pressure.
Is that her mom?
I mean,
Probably,
these
yeah.
parents are just
living and
Can you-
dying.
I know these parents are
Living
just-
and dying with every play.
Okay, was your parents, would they have let you transfer back in the day? Or they would say,
I
you're
don't
not
know.
transferring, never, huh?
I don't think so.
If
Yeah.
you complained about your coach, what would they have said?
Yes, shut up.
They said, yeah, shut up and start
Well, I keep
working
hearing
harder.
these stories where parents are at practice. Get a
Well,
life.
yeah.
I can't even imagine.
No
that.
way.
Yeah.
My parents had no clue what I was doing.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
at
so
practice?
different. Yeah, that's rare, but it's like very different nowadays.
I never heard of that. That sounds.
That sounds
Dramatic.
terrible. I mean, did you think of transferring at one point at UConn?
No. Did you?
Adina,
No.
do you talk to parents, or you just how do you communicate with them
Well-
if they're playing time and all the complaints that come along with everything?
Usually, like, your rule is to not talk about playing time, but you can talk about their
Right.
well-being, but it always ends up being, like, about playing time indirectly.
Yes.
So it's hard, and I kind of more open, but I could see why the more experienced coaches have been doing it 25 years are like, no, because I'm more like, I'll talk to you about it, I'll tell you why.
I
You know,
see,
but then
I like that transparency.
But
I
then
like
we
that.
don't, like, you don't see eye to eye. You, like, agree to disagree, and it's stressful.
Would you ever like throw it back on them and be like, okay, if you think your daughter deserves more playing time, who do you think should sit?
Yeah.
And
I
see what they
actually
say?
ask the kid that usually, like, well, who
Oh.
should you play in front of? Or I make them
Do
do
they
that
answer?
test where, yeah, but they all think. I had someone tell me that they were the best on the team. I was like, no, you're not.
I'm the best on the team.
I was like, actually, no, you're not.
You would. I feel like that's one of those things
That's the
you
Kelsey
would know.
Plum, Kelsey Plum energy right there.
You would know.
Oh, they tried it again. Oh, what's so pretzel?
Oh.
Did they call
Did she
foul?
get fouled?
Wow.
No. Oh man.
Wow. Oh no, they didn't.
Play would've been
No, they
nice.
didn't foul.
All right. This might do it.
Unless Reggie Miller shows up, it's a wrap.
I see a little smile. Parents are smiling for
I
sure.
think a lot of people had Stanford winning this game. A lot.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, easily could have won this game.
Yeah.
Not the way it was played. I just mean
For
like
sure.
heading
Right.
into it.
And how deep
This was
Stanford is,
anybody's.
and their
yeah.
post play,
Their
everything.
post play. I wonder if they shouldn't have gone to Cameron Brink a little bit more, just because of her size.
See, that's when you get sidetracked sometimes.
Like running your stuff.
Running your stuff and then just getting the ball to someone that can make something happen every time on the court. And
In
we talk
certain
about
spots.
it all the time. Like,
All the time.
you have to be a little bit more targeted, especially in these games where
Yeah.
you don't want to put people
You
that
can't waste possessions.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And this is without Dorca, so it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was.
Yeah, I didn't see it,
You
but
didn't
I
see
heard.
it?
No, I heard it was like
Whoa.
bad.
I mean, I give it to Connecticut. This is a tough one. They didn't play great either tonight, and you know they haven't really hit their stride. Their Paige just got back. It's gonna be a great game against South Carolina.
what was it, the third quarter where they went on like a 6-0 run, and that was the game. That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's pretty big. Paige just coming back, like not 100%. Dorka out, so it's a more impressive win because of all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the hair, the lucky hair.
Kobe.
She's a beast. Yeah,
she is.
She's just a dog.
She is. I love watching her. Plays hard.
Yeah, she's fun to watch. Wow.
Pac-12, come on.
All right, UConn.
Big East. The Big East is back.
The Big East is back.
The Big Beast is back in the finals. What are you going to do? More things change?
The more they stay the same.
Oh, gosh.
I told you, everybody throws up when we talk about stuff.
It's like UConn. Like, UConn has been, like, thrown up in your face forever. You're like, go away, UConn. Bye.
Enough.
I mean, you have opportunities. You have to go get it. You know what I mean?
It's like
I mean, you guys did. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly.
One time Gino's won like 11 national championships. It's annoying. Like, come on, it's someone else's turn. I love Gino. He's the best. But like, bye, Gino. Aren't you gonna retire soon? No, just kidding. No, he's a great coach. But to do what he's done is like,
no, it's
impressive. Yeah, it's definitely impressive. I mean,
what is college basketball gonna be when? And all due respect, when like Tara retires, Toriema retires, like these. You know, we've already started to see some big names retire. It's kind of weird for us, like our generation.
It's great for us. We're like, bye. It's time to go. It's
I
even know
you're like,
who's gonna take the job behind Gino. I would never do that.
I'm sure that's what people say about me and D playing, by the way.
Yeah, they're like, bye. They're like, when's? Yeah, I would say
when
bye.
you
Like, we need to go.
some big shoes to fill right there. Those are tough jobs to take, you know? Like,
who would take those jobs?
Yeah, I don't know. That's brutal.
Do you think like your guys' opinions? I'm curious.
Okay.
So let's use Stanford. Is it better if it's Kate Pay, or is it better if they go outside the Stanford family?
It's going to be Kate Pay in my opinion, but I think it's very hard because if you look at anybody, and she'll probably do it. She's a great coach, but if you look at anybody that's followed a legend, it's never good enough. Like Tennessee, like. I would be like, you follow the follower, you know? Like,
yeah, let me go back to that.
You know, it's just, you're never going to live it. And basketball's different nowadays. Like, it's not, like, you don't have a dynasty. There's more parity in our game.
That's going to be you at Arizona. You might not realize it now.
Yeah, you follow me.
I'm not trying to follow you. I'm not trying to follow Adia Barnes.
Absolutely not.
The legend, both as a player and a coach.
We have to win the championship first. We haven't done anything yet.
Still not trying to follow you. So we do have an interesting final. I think it's amazing, these two teams.
Yeah.
They're kind of been the teams in the last couple years. They had that one regular season meeting, and now we get to see them again in the final. I'm excited. I think this is great for women's basketball. I'm excited.
I love this matchup. I mean, Boston, Paige, probably the two most impactful players for their respective teams.
Just want to say thank you before we get kicked off here. Adia, thank you for joining us. Jen, I think they already kicked you off. Thank you for joining us. This was fun. BTS. We'll be back on Sunday.
Adia's gonna be your Sunday.
All right, before we go, we have a best of, and then we're out. So enjoy this. I'm a little nervous.
I don't know.
4-2. So it's a little bit of a bar.
They're not breaking any records tonight.
No.
Somebody needs to shoot more threes. Just shoot more threes the whole game. Why not?
I feel like I went into a portal into space. Cheers, man. We gotta wind back up. Sometimes I look at these mock drafts, I'm like, who are putting these together? Like, call me. I'll let you know.
I don't know what it's based on.
Like, even last year, call us. You want to go for 5? You're so greedy, Stuart.
5.
Let someone else win something. Do people not shoot threes anymore? Are we in the era of three-pointers? Except college?
Except your girl.
I mean, I speak things into existence.
There's a 3 for you.
Everyone's probably like, I'm not going against NECA.
Personal trainers in college. I was pounding beers and cheeseburgers in college. Baby fat ballers.
Oh, no, this is Baylor.
Oh, this
Baylor
Baylor
does a claw thing.
They
don't have one.
They left that in the Sweet 16, didn't they? Yeah. My brain's got to go with Bill Walton now.
Diana, Sue, have I crashed a Uconn party here?
We needed some balance, so we brought you in.
Well, that's a big mistake.
Hold that thought, Bill. We're going to break, and we'll be right back.
Where are we gonna go? Where's Snoop Dogg? That's what I like.
Where's? All right, the final score was 63 Uconn, Stanford 58. We'll see you Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to be on the Deuce. Come check us out. Now to gymnastics. Countdown presented by Ozone.
BTS.